Welcome to Van Toys Overland Gear. Today is just a shop day. I've got some really cool things to show you guys, including the brand new Ford Econoline ladders that we just got in, manufactured by us. We'll dive into that one a little bit later. And right here behind me is the newest addition to the shop. We finally got ourselves a concrete slab, was just laid about a week ago, and the crew came out here, started to lay down some rocks. So hopefully in due time, we'll have no more mud around here. This concrete slab was a long time coming. So it's 20 feet out from the building, so it'll get it. The average size van will be able to park on the slab. It runs the entire 60-foot length of the building. And my plan over here, I'm thinking about maybe doing a garbage can and a cardboard bin. Over here today, I had the guys bring me 2 concrete curbs, and we're gonna cut this one down to size. That way, when we have big, heavy delivery trucks coming in, they're not gonna break the corner of the concrete here. So that one will stay there, and we'll cut this one down to size so it fits in there. And I'm gonna see if I can get the concrete guys to give this a bit of a cut on an angle. That way it fits nicely right there. And so far, we've had 2 dump trucks come in and lay down some blue chip. They're gonna come out next week and bring 2 more dump truck loads, getting rid of all that brown stuff right there. Getting rid of it all the way around to the back, keeping the mud off of here. Boy, is that gonna be awesome. All right, let's go show you guys these ladders. We got a project coming up with this thing. You're gonna love that one. So before we show you guys these ladders, my original plan for making ladders was to copy the ladder that's on my van. That plan has now changed. So all the ladders that we have in there, I'm gonna let them go at a really, really good price because we've changed our design idea. This is my dirty van, and that's the ladder that we copied. So it's a steel ladder with a small tube. This thing is super durable. If you can see my ladder's tipped that way, it's because I backed it into a tree, and it literally, that bracket is supposed to be right there. It just shoved it all in. And I'm pretty sure if that roof rack wasn't there, I might have just bent it right over. But we made 10 of these. But we also made some left side and right side, or passenger and driver side. So if some people wanted them on the passenger, we do have some of those as well too. Oh, this concrete looks so good. We're not allowed to drive on it yet. We got still about 1 more week before we can put a vehicle on it. Ladies and gentlemen, those are the Ford Econoline ladders. We still have to send them out and get them coated. But let's get them all in here and lay them all out, and then we'll talk about different coating options for them. So this one here was the first prototype. This one's aluminum, and we decided not to go with this one because the aluminum wasn't very strong going that small. But this is where the change comes in. One sec. Oh, these are beautiful. It looks so good. All right, looks like we got 7 of one side and 3 of the other. All right, I'm pretty sure these are the passenger side ones. Look at that. That's perfect. So the new ones that we're making will be a larger diameter aluminum, but these are the only 10 that we have. Let me throw the other one on the other side. These 3 are for the driver's side. We didn't do very many of the driver's side because my personal preference would be the passenger. But I know some people have the driver's side preference. I actually like doing them on the double. That way you can climb up any side that you want. Ooh, double ladders? So they have an inside plate here too, so this grips onto the drip rail. And on the bottom down here, we have a center hole so you can actually drill it right through the pinch weld down there, and also a plate on the bottom too, which pinches it all together. All right, so let's check the weight of these. Let's throw them on the scale. All right, 0 pounds. How are we gonna do this? Okay, we're gonna put it on here. We're just gonna let go of it for a second. Ready? 20 point, oh, it's leaning on the thing. 20.5 pounds, which is a lot lighter than I was expecting, being that it's made out of steel. So these ladders are the first in a big line of products that we're releasing for the Ford Econoline vans. After we're done doing front bumpers, back bumpers, ladders, light brackets, possibly side steps for the Fords, we're gonna move on and do the same thing for the Chevy Express, and then probably move on to the Ford Transit and the Mercedes Sprinter after that. But these ones here are the first concept idea. Matching mine just made sense, but then after we got these in hand, I had a design change idea because I know some of the things that I feel with mine that I might want to change. Because these are fairly small in diameter, you got to make sure you have a good footing on it, and because they're round, your feet can easily slip off. So we're designing right now a different step system that's square with some tread on the top, maybe some mounting holes across the front, so you could mount things on here like external fuel tanks or pretty much anything that you wanted. So we're doing a redesign in these in a larger tube and doing a test one in aluminum. And if I like the aluminum one, we may not do these steel ones ever again. I just figured that maybe doing a squarer step would be safer, and some places to mount some things would change what a ladder is on a vehicle. Right now, this is a means of me getting up and getting down. It's got no other purpose. But if we give it some mounting points, it could make this thing purposeful to mount, you know, your fuel jugs or your recovery boards or things like that on here. So this was the first one, and being that it was a thinner walled aluminum, this thing's light. This thing probably weighs like 3 pounds. Let's find out. It's really, really light. 6.8 pounds. Let me know what your view is on this. Would you guys prefer a steel ladder on the side of your van, something that can take a huge hit in the backcountry? Mine's proof of that. And then maybe we just coat these with a Line-X type super hard texture that's grippy to make those steps a little bit more safer? Or do we go with a larger tube with a top flat step that's grippy, nicer on the feet, especially when you're standing on that top couple of steps and you're in your rooftop carrier for 3 minutes? This thing gets hard on the feet because your feet are just being wedged around that little bar. Doing something flatter is going to be a bit more comfortable, be a bit safer, and have ways to mount things on the outside. So obviously the aluminum one is going to be a little bit more expensive than what I would release these in. And I don't know if I want to release two different options. You either have the steel one or the aluminum one. It's either going to be one or the other. Let me know what you guys think, what you guys would do on your van. Would you prefer this one being a tiny bit cheaper? It won't be a ton cheaper, but it will be cheaper. I don't know. I really like this design because I have it, but I think going forward, I would like to make products that are better than what I already have, like addressing all the problems that I'm having with mine, being that it's uncomfortable to stand on. There's no other means of mounting anything on it, because it would be really cool to mount your recovery boards right here instead of me climbing up to the roof of my van in my crazy scenario, getting my recovery boards off the roof rack to come down and use them. Might be awesome to have them mounted right here on the side of the van. We can sell them to you guys raw, obviously at a cheaper price if you guys want to finish them on your end, or we can send them just down the road from here and have them powder coated. The one on my van is done in a Line-X style coating, which is a hot polyurethane coating. So it goes on, it's not like that spray can stuff that's super soft. Mine is rock hard and takes a beating. But I'm not sure if there's a Line-X company out here on Vancouver Island. I heard that there was one in Courtenay, which is not far from the shop here, but I called and it said this number you're calling doesn't have a voicemail that's assigned. So I'm gonna guess the company is not there. All right, let's load up the shop van. We definitely need garbage cans out here. Right now we are using the shop van as our garbage can. For real. And recycling bin. I'm a horrible artist, but to give you an idea, the new ones would be round tube down the sides And then we're thinking about changing how the bottom goes down, like maybe having this come down to a central mounting plate on the bottom. Like the same style of plate we have on the one on ours now. There's a round tube down to the bottom, and then doing square steps with the same spacing that's currently on there right now, because that spacing just works. But on the square steps, there would be little teeth on here. That way, when you're standing on the ladder, you've got some grip and help keep you on there and keep you safe. So there'd be little bent up metal teeth on there. And then on the front, doing some mounting holes on the front of the steps. That way you can mount any kind of a hardware or whatever you choose to put on there. This is the fun part about having this YouTube channel. It allows me to throw out all of these design ideas and concepts that we're coming out with, putting it out there to you guys so we all can design something awesome together. So if you guys have a ladder on your van right now and there's parts about it you don't like, let me know in the comments. Or if you've got a ladder, there's parts that you think are just the greatest thing on the planet, let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know the kind of things that you would like to see in your van bolted to your ladder. This stuff will all help us come out with a ladder that will change the game. So the reason why we want to go deep on some of the Ford Econoline and Chevy Express products is because the Sprinter van world has all the luxuries. There's so many companies out there that have innovated the most awesome products for Sprinter vans. Where, if you take a look at the low roof cargo van world, the products are very minimal. There's very few people out there making things, and I want to be able to make something that is going to change people's lives in your Ford Econoline vans and your Chevy Express vans, because what we design here will end up being put into the Chevy Express side as well too. We'll obviously change up how it's mounted or how it's curved based on the Chevy Express or GMC Savannah vans, where these ones are based on the shape of the Ford Econolines, but you get the point. So if you guys have any input you want to throw in here while we're coming up with the next design, so please guys throw in your input right now. I would appreciate it, because building things together here means a lot to me. So I've been in my van now for a handful of years, and I know what I need out of a ladder. But what I need out of a ladder is going to be different than some of you. So if we can kind of combine all these ideas together and come out with an awesome ladder, I'd be stoked on that. Anyway, guys, that's all we got here for you today. Just wanted to show you guys something new that we're working on. And as soon as we come up with a concept and we're going to weld it, this time we're not doing this without you. We're taking you guys up to Daryl's shop, which is just up the road from here, and we are going to fabricate these things together on this channel. If you guys haven't hit subscribe yet, please do. And also let me know if there are any videos you want to see on this channel. Throw them down there and we'll see what we can make for you guys. Answer any questions you guys might have about lifting vans or any products you guys see around here. We can talk about winches, we can talk about toilets, we can talk about batteries, we can talk about anything. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.